Fly, Ambrosia. Run like the wind. Where's Gav?
Finish with that log so we can...
Well? Find is one way.
Ugh! Reeks like a chugger. Yeah. Same as me old man.
Gav should be back by now.
I hear there's trouble.
Ah, Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the Mother Crystals. Four Mother Crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune. Along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
What are we waiting for, indeed?
trouble in Rosaria.
Everyone used to live in the sky. Where did they get their fish?
My knowledge is yours. I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. Now this, I believe you will find most interesting. If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
You think it's all right to touch him?
Won't be long now, Martel. See, I am,
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know...
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
It'll be nice being the...
Oh, thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martel apples, they're called, in honor of her memory. You hear that, Martel? Today's finally the day.
This ton here pulls the black from the lake water and renders it clear. You'll have to ask Mid if you want to know how it works, though.
Did you come through the forge today? It smells like a still.
It would explain Blackthorn's foul mood.
I hear there's trouble in those areas.
If you're worried about our supplies, we've plenty.
Parents as ragged as...
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here. Courtesy of Martel.
Martel. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait,
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so. Thank you, Sid.
Others weren't so lucky, though.
Them old apples were enough to curdle your guts. But these beauties are as sweet as you like.
I'll have to pay the boys down in the backyard a visit to tell them thanks.
A gift from the backyard.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab 'em right from the branch, made Martel livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martels, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our...
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
Safe. Not that I'm...
Oh, Clive!
The patrons, what does that mean? Someone else is taking care of our friend?
Oh, no, that's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting... Your benefactors are a generous lot. All yours. I gave you that one, didn't I? All yours. All in good time, eh? Best of luck out there, Sid.
Clive. Anything catch your eye? Think you can help?
What's the matter, Nectar? The hunt board. It's where the Cursebreakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Right. Well, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. But with the last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. Then perhaps I can.
Once the Dalmegs have laid siege to the Dominion, very little will be leaving Twins.
Perhaps they're old enough for this. And you say Sid built this place?
Cursebreakers said they were clearly very fond of Marta.
They remembered her. I suppose she was very kind. Even to a tongue, she put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until when she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you.
By the way, Otto's
Of course not. I'll see that you're both... They like your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful?
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Fast
company!
Thanks, girl.
Mockery of justice.
Quiet, you!
Jill.
Twould be a pity to make example.
Of course, your lordship.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right, I heard you the first time.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There've been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions?
100? I heard it were 1,000.
You're a long way from home, aren't you? Are you well?
Word is,
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least I think they was the Black Shields. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harbouring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know.
How'd you get it?
But we need to find out. Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is some might call it. This village will not become another East Pole.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throat. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will...
Abid,
Are you all right?
we still don't know who the Black Shields are looking.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials do. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield...
Perhaps.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Ever since the apple tree, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The Mother Crystal's collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it.
Stay down!
my mother's men.
Fire and flame!
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
You were told to stay.
The Black Shield.
You know who we. Why then? We. To dwell in darkness that we.
Say that again. I'll show you a true shield of resentment.
tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. They await you in Oldhill. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry. Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia. Find something, boy. Death.
Oh, found her.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone...
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
This is no time to ride. We're approaching the old bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
Faster!
I can walk from here.
Oi! Good, Mummy. I could hear him shouting from down the road.
No use calling. They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
Ambrosia won't
Don't
help me
go
here.
thinking you'll find refuge in the houses outside Port Isolde. The place is a wretched
here.
hide.
Ambrosia won't be here. Come on.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Time to fight. You deserve a rest.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better. Come on.
Fly, Ambrosia.
That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Let us pass! My children are starving!
Have mercy.
Voice-ridden dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here!
More than enough room to sit!
Find the chinless bastards. Those crystals belong to us all.
I said, where were you, filth?
Back to your stall!
Cut you down where you stand! Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the...
I suspect everyone in that... Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for. Good girl. Run like the wind.